Greetings everyone, and Great here. Another Age of Empires 3 replay. Small on the north side as the blue French, we have Pururajsingh. And someone knows well, these guys are all in a square, but the 9 of them were in a square. I don't know why, I find that amusing. And small on bottom left side, or bottom side as the red US of A, we have a foreign name. No deck selected just yet. And no deck selected as just yet as well. Let's keep the French player selected, then we'll switch to the US player, since the states will make a bit of a difference. For name for the Explorer, not Big Spice, and over here I've got Rene Dane Champlain, which is still sounds like a randomly generated name. For natives on the map, we've got the Cree settlement. The Cree settlement gives you access to some skirmishers that cost quite a bit in wood, and now realizing. And the Cree's Courier de Bois, which gave you some French villager variant, 5 of them. And the Cheyenne settlement, which gives you anti-cavalry cavalry. The general is trying to save himself a rifleman. No, getting that guy wouldn't be half bad. A rifleman is an early skirmisher. Put some holes in everything. Granted, against the French tends to go for cavalry hussars early on, so probably wouldn't be too great. You can always kill some of these unbearable bears, get some experience, or kill off some kitty cats for some wood. We do have deck selected for the French. We got standard. We got villagers, economic theory, more villagers, woodwood, coin, pike or crossbows, scent Suis, range infantry hit points, hussars and cavalry hit points, advanced arsenal, wood coin, team Trellas Singalis. I have no idea how to pronounce any sort of these names. Skirmishers, courtiers, cavalry combat, dragoons, falconets, thoroughbreds, rebuildable system, factory. Why do you even try pronouncing any of these names? And we do have a foreign name for our deck. Got capitalism, Spanish immigrants, which can give you pikemen and a levy rather than Minuteman possibility, which they don't decay over time. Additionally, it does give you a experience trickle, which represents the fact that Spanish gets shipments quicker. We've also got Wood Coin, Springfield Armory, Hamilton Economics, Virginia General Assembly, Russian American Company, Wood Coin, Regulars, 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, Continental Rangers, Carbine Cavalry, Buffalo Soldiers, Rolling Artillery, Pulse Calcies Legion, Heavy Cannon, Auvergnes, Poker. Ships up to 3 random mercenaries in the saloon, and ships 13 random mercenary units. So it gives you 3 what's in the saloon, so you can I guess if I were to quote it, associated with Texas Hold'em, the 3 mercenaries is your 2 cards in your hand, and the 13 is whatever the dealer deals out. That's my best way to describe it. And Kolvat's Legion, which can give you access to Magyar Hussars, which is a very powerful, was that mercenary or native? Now you get them from natives through the big buttons, but I'm not sure that classifies native or mercenary. Going for the Spanish immigrants now, we do have the Quartermaster and Delaware. So he can deploy a saloon eventually and see before, I guess, age 4 and see what mercenary can get. And it says mercenary, now outlaw, so you won't get dealt bad with a joker. And Delaware does give him access to the fertile lowlands, give him 2 or 6 semi-fattened cows and 2 homestead wagons. And we got Delaware Blues, ships additional regular for each shipment you've already sent so far this game. So the longer you're holding that, the better.
Yes.
We do not have the outpost wagon straight forward. This here If you go for 6 cows with have additional food, what's that? 200 food each. So that is 1,200 food that still needs to be collected at a decent rate. And 2 homestead wagons, which you could potentially get 1 livestock and 1 of something else. Howdy. Or should I say howdy, 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 since you said Salom 5 times. So shalom, Salom. I have no idea how to pronounce any sort of word. We do have now the French spearmen that's not French. Spanish spearmen before the Turico. Their siege attack is good. Their hand attack is still okay. Nothing too great. Musketeers will still beat them 1v1 combat and punching each other in the face. There's some sort of attack sound there. Oh, it's just the cougar trying to bite the villager. No offense. I have no idea how to read that. The spearmen are way over here. These 6 spearmen could torch down some structures. Remember, spearmen, they're a good support unit. They're good versus cavalry, but also good versus structures with their extra bonus damage. And don't spearmen usually have 32 siege damage? So I guess the Spanish variant has a little bit more torch damage. He will stab the villager. Does have only range resist, not melee resist. But he will get proliferated with a bunch of spears. So he will take out that one. The French villagers do actually have better melee damage, better melee DPS. These guys have 8 at 1.5 with actually 2 range versus 13 at 1.5. Yeah, the French villagers, I think even regular villagers have better melee damage than these guys. But the hussars, they're not good versus spearmen. This is literally the one good job that these guys can do, and that's the stab horseman. He does take out some of the pikemen there. Hussars before as they're trying to stab a villager. He did stab the villager, but not enough to kill him. Though he may get infection, but that only gets calculated after the game ends. Got the inspiring flag ability there. And now got the state capital here. He's going for New Hampshire. And now he's going for statehood, which I forget large amount of those upgrades actually do. Can't remember off the top of my head. Fortress age not complete, which does give a handful of regulars, which will be useful for those hussars to kind of shoot them or punch them. Both are acceptable. And now got another shipment of pikemen there from the levy. And Delaware does give access to some Napoleon guns, and able to be active in the saloon. Wait a second. That can go along well with poker, right? Getting Napoleon guns from the saloon like that? Does got a villager there, very nice. So I can see why you went for Delaware, plus having a factor wagon H2 is not half bad, though it does cost 500. Rolling artillery in the way. 3 Gatling guns can be very nice. And this one's going for some crossbows. The French is not aged up yet, has plenty of coin to age up, needs a little bit more food. As I was pushing way forward over here, yes. We do have a trading post wagon, which could be sniped. A scout could sock some of the horses in the face. Hussars only have average siege damage, so if it gets start building, it should be fine. It still has an opportunity perhaps being torched down. Can't say I know the DPS of Hussars versus building trading posts all too well, but does pick up the villager there, very nice. 22 versus 19 so far. Of course, the US player has the age advantage. He could try eyeing for a second town center. He's eyeing to push on forward with the Gatling guns. It's a sizable force, not pushing way forward. Hussars do force the village inside the town center.
Orders?
The French explorer may assault his force if he's paying enough attention. Now the village goes down. This guy does come out while these guys are being forced on back. We got a number of forces here. The Gatling guns are hitting the stable at range. You may want to keep these guys back. Let the Gatling guns fire away at range. They do have excellent range, 24 range. And they will be very effective versus the crossbows and the musketeers. They do no bonus damage, only negative damage versus certain items such as cavalry and shock infantry. Maybe a good idea for the regulars to be on hold ground next to the Gatling guns and let the pikemen help torch down. Trying to push away forward, hit the... Does he got one of the Gatling guns, and he's not properly moving some of his forces there. Gatling guns, 2 of them are still alive. Pikemen getting some good hits there. Musketeers firing away. Gatling guns need to start focusing on the infantry. Another Gatling gun there. Relatively poor control there by the US player. There, yeah, those Gatling guns were horrendously controlled there. They had to target infantry, not the cavalry. As we saw there, they did 25% less damage or 75% less damage versus cavalry. Got a pair of blockhouses there, going for a pair of stables as well. Blockhouses will be very nice because you get 2 free barracks as well as they can shoot. You guys also have a frontier outpost there. Oh yeah, the Russian-American company gives you guards status, right? Or frontier blockhouse to active. This also improve the hunting rate of villagers by 30%, which is actually not bad. New ones, I don't see it being all too useful at the moment. And I was going for the Napoleon guns. It's also collecting quite a bit of coin there. If he would have gone for Indiana, he could have got the free age up. However, he would not be able to do the combo with the Napoleon guns and poker. Granted, it says 3 random mercenary units from the saloon. And I won't be able to see what mercenary units you can get because I don't... Replay system does not allow you to see what's there. If the game is live, you can actually see what's there, but not in the replay system. Really annoying in my opinion. If somebody knows how to work around that and fix that, so I can see stuff in these production structures, that would be great. I can only see what they're currently building, not what they can build.
I'm ready.
More musketeers, more hussars, got more regulars being blown out. I was fencing down south. This settlement still could be built by the French. Hussars push way forward. More spearmen here. He does run by. Napoleon guns do have good damage versus infantry. 75 times 3, so that would be 225. That should be a one-shot almost every infantry unit. With a little bit of AoE to go along with it. Case shot attack, not sure when that gets triggered. Well, when it gets into closer range, because it's the 11 range for the anti-structure attack, and 23 range for the not anti-structure attack. Or maybe this is just anti-ship. I have a feeling that this is meant for ships at close range, because this probably has a minimum range, while this has a maximum range of the 11. While this one will just take over at minimum range on ground targets. But that's just a guess.
Orders.
Settlers falling back. Inspiring flag somewhat nearby. Red's falling back here. Hussars getting some good hits there. One of the Hussars to go down. These guys, their case shot does less damage versus cavalry, but their long range attack does not. Getting some good damage there. The case shot attack 7 times 7, so 49. with a big AoE effect. Got another Rangers.
Yes.
Train cover wagon. So it looks like the US player is trying to eye to build a cover wagon. Over here, we got the marksman now research for the French. He's starting to age up himself. He should have some falconets that could be very useful. Hazar singular does get gunned down there. He has to get himself his own cougar to fight along with him. French villagers falling on back there. First, you see a bit of fire there. Pikemen will do some good damage. Carbine cavalry, not so much. Regulars, average. Regular damage. Napoleon guns are pushed way forward, trying to hit the various infantry forces, gain some hits there. He has aged up, and he's got those falconets. Hussars front forward. He does fight immediately into spearmen and regulars, so that's not a good engagement there by the cavalry. They will be killed off there. Napoleon guns needs to start hitting center mass on these villagers. He's trying to go into melee mode with his hussars, very good. Regulars should just stand there and fire. Trying to annihilate those musketeers with the Napoleon guns. The close range canister shot should still probably be able to one-shot the musketeers. Trying to focus it down. Crossbows do go down there. One Napoleon gun does go down. Does have good rate of fire. Being a light cannon. A leather cannon variant. Crossbow's gonna go on down here, but the US player has most of it there. Another round of hussars there, which are not good versus the regulars. He has poorly controlled his force there and does lose Napoleon gun a little bit needlessly. Even though he stood there and fight, he would have been very fine. All you need to do was micro the Napoleon gun. Musketeers don't care what they shoot at. Carbine cavalry, they sort of do. They prefer fighting against heavy cav. In which most of the time the hussars were already dead, so microing the carbine cavalry was not really important. And now I got these carbine cavalry's going down.
Yes.
We got another round of rolling artillery, bringing another 2 Gatling guns. The last time he can get out will be 1. I really wish this icon there would have, like, the first one has ×3, the next one has ×2, the next one had ×1. Because I really don't like the fact that it just says 1, and it can only be sent 1 time. Regulars push way forward with a Gatling gun in tow, but they don't really have a good enough escort. That's not enough regulars.
Orders?
Outpost wagon trying to be employed on the field. Having trouble. There it goes. He has another shipment available. Maybe go for the factory right now. He has enough resources for it. An early factory to get some food generation, help him age up. Wouldn't be half bad. He's going heavy in coin. He wants to get out poker, I'm guessing. How much is poker either way? It's 3,500. That's expensive. So it gives you 16 mercenary. And we do know one of the mercenaries, 1 × 3 of the mercenary could be those Napoleon guns, which are not half bad. Now I'm going for the 54th Massachusetts Volunteers, giving me out some state militia and regulars. State militia wouldn't be half bad. He's fighting against some musketeers in competition. But really, state militia are basically a crossbow variant rather than a skirmisher variant. He just utilized his levy once again, probably for another round of pikemen. US play has an army of 41 here. The French has an army of 33, including 6 of 1 health militia.
Yes.
2 Gatling guns. No falconets. Going for some culverin, not bad. How much health does a Napoleon gun? Can it withstand a culverin shot? Or can culverins one-shot them? Was not paying enough attention about that. Wasn't thinking about that. More skirmishers, more musketeers, more hussars, more dragoons. The French going for a nice mixed army. This player, Most are just going for regulars. And looks like Terricos do not get guard status. US player starting to push his way forward. It's a good number of pikemen to hit the dragoons.
Preparado. Ready.
His regulars are veterans. Skirmishers are, of course, a good anti-heavy cav and good versus the carving cavalry. Has to be very careful with Gatling gun. Gatling gun got a pretty good shot there. Culverin firing away, not an important target there. Gatling gun has 150 health. The Culverin should be able to one-shot it. Yeah, doing 160 damage. Uhlans or Hussars overrunning the Gatling gun there. This player's starting to fall back, but I don't think he's going to really successfully retreat. He may want to send the pikemen to engage in melee. It's going to take a large amount of damage on retreat. Did not have the inspiring flag on the front line. There's another wave of forces there. He should be fine now. More fine at least. Dragoon's going to go on down there. Still got a handful of skirmishers there. More culverins, so probably gonna did not pour them out. Any more Gatling guns? We've got Polskalski's Legion, giving 12 Uhlans. Which would be good against those skirmishers, but that's about it. Now he does an inspiring flag here. The general is about to go down. General down. And now he's just trying to get overhand, pulls back some of the villagers there. He does have a couple blockhouses and another town center here. He has 2 town centers at the moment and has the trading post here. Does not have maxed out Curries. But a wave of Hussars as well, so he's going to potentially get a big wave of cavalry. There's the Hussars as well. So now he has an army of 22 cavalry on the field. And that should be able to annihilate the skirmishers and the culverins. Great opportunity there. His anti-cavalry force is behind. Now he has a big wave of cavalry can just start pushing way forward. And maybe skip the engagement, go straight for his opponent's villagers. They're actually a bit exposed down there, but he does not know about them. Fog of War. The French does have 2 shipments available. It is going for the dragoons. Falconets may not be useful at the moment. There's a good number of skirmishers here. So the cavalry is having trouble engaging. Couple regulars here as well. More reinforcing musketeers. Looks like a blue will hold, but he has taken a bit of losses there. Still some militia firing away with 1 health. Oh boy, that army is wounded. There's even a good number of wounded musketeers that just got gunned down by a couple units. Yeah, even though some skirmishers are very wounded. No, hardly any of that's militia that has 1 health remaining. Got another wave carving cavalry here. They're gonna get gunned down a little bit. These players are bringing a shipment of regulars as well as going for some sharpshooters.
What is your command?
And some of these guys are actually being gunned down because they had no health remaining. Trying to hit some of these villagers here, but dragoons or carbon cavalry do less damage versus villagers. They are switching to melee mode, which their melee attack does not do less damage. More carbon cavalry now being pulled on the field. Versus more musketeers, skirmishers, and hussars. some units, military units here. I'm not sure if he's aware of.
What is your command?
The sharpshooters are right here.
What is your command?
Outpost gains some damage on these villagers, but does do 75% less damage. And there's a good number of exposed villagers here. Down here, we do have some exposed villagers. We've got a covered wagon here. That'd be Townsend number 3 for the US player. The round skirmishers being shipped on in for the French. This player has spent some of his gold there. He may be going to get enough food to age up. Looks like he's not eyeing. He may be going to go aggressive. This coin deposit has been completely cleaned on up. We still got this one on the field and this one over here. And additionally, the French has consumed the one that's right over here. This one here from the US player has also been consumed. So we're down the minimal amount of coin deposits, though this one still has plenty. And I've got some mill research. Looks like the US players are going to get out some mills. And these forces will try and engage a handful of villagers. This player right now, it does have 46 villagers. Queued up a large number of villagers as well. One has 47. It got a sizable army pushing forward, but not any threatening siege. Was already being gunned down. Over and taking some shots. Villagers over here are getting gunned down as well. Outpost will have a bit of trouble for his force. He may lose some of these villagers here as well. He's forced to not kill off that villager in order to save this area. Dragons really forward, they have really bad siege damage, and the outpost will do bonus damage versus them. Sharpshooters push way forward. They do have right now 22 range, which is actually very significant. Musketeers getting gunned down. Dragoons engaging Carbon Cavalry. Carbon Cavalry going down. Now got the Culverins taking pot shots on the high ground. More Carbon Cavalry push way forward. Outposts still have plenty of health. At least one of them. I think the US player should be able to hold. He may want to bring in some militia. More sharpshooters have been blown on field. And those going to be falling back. Taking a bit too much damage there. Both outposts do stay alive. US player is at 49 villagers. One's at 48. One town villager counts a queue. The US player does have 3, but no villagers building. I saw that he's trying to go for New Hampshire manufacturing, going for the factory wagon. Having to pull it out for just providing food would be very good. Price right now does have a good amount of food, small amount of coin. Need to find another coin deposit. This player's not collecting this coin deposit here. This one's more or less in the sphere of influence. You know, let's just pop out pikemen to start stabbing the villagers. More French villagers not being queued on up. US player does get his factory out. No villagers currently queued on up. Estate wagon's been pulled on the field. And there's a factory wagon. More sharpshooters being pulled on out. Skirmishers right now doing 20 at 20 range at 144 health. Sharpshooters have 133 health and does 20 damage at 22 range. So less health, more range. I do believe he should switch the factory production to food. Got some various wagons. And now the explorer will go down there. There's a good number of exposed villagers here, French villagers. I think that maybe all of his villagers.
Votre ordre? Bonjour.
42, at least 80% of them.
Yes?
More sharpshooters here. We've got an army of 29 versus an army of 38. And some of these US villagers are going down now.
Yes.
These villagers need to run away. He does have some mills back here, which are being fully tasked. Milk's not getting some additional research to improve the food collection rate. Factory still sets a coin. Maybe a good idea to go for Hamilton economics. That make him a good amount of resources. I don't know how much though. And right now the US players are trying to really pump out villagers. The French are eyeing for some dragoons. Has a pair of falconets on the field. I would say falconets would be good, but honestly some of the upgrades for, say, cavalry or infantry hit points may not be half bad. Economic theory is not bad. A lot of good cards here. The US player does have no shipments available. Only has a saloon available. Housing going on up. I don't see a saloon. And now it's going for Springfield Armory. It'll take a bit of time to research everything, but give him enough time, he will get everything for free. US players are really trying to just focus on villagers. More mill wagons. They do cost what? 400 wood, so they're not exactly a discount. They're just simply a quick way to build them out without the need the aid of villagers. We do now have the Springfield Armory now going on up. Now it's a good time to queue up all the research. And honestly, that research rate is not that bad. For something that's free, that research rate is quite tolerable. Down here, we do have at least one French villager capable of steer with next to the US villager. It looks like both sides are going to be probably one final engagement. And that will probably decide the game. The arsenal on upgrades right now can be probably will put the US player ahead. I don't think the French has, does not have an arsenal there. And he also is going for good number of plantations. The last one is in the US territory down here. Yep, looks like that is the last coin deposit there, which the Hussar's trying to stop. You can perhaps call in some militia here. The pikemen spawning out would be very nice. I guess he does not. Alright, push our way forward over here with a good number of carving cavalry, sharpshooters. Over here we've got a handful of veteran musketeers and dragoons with some skirms in the back line. The falconets can be very deadly in this situation. Buffalo or the carving cavalry taking fire first. The falconets don't do bonus damage for them, and one of the falconets do go down. Carving cavalry just trying to focus on the falconets. Now they're going to try to also focus on the culverins. Not a good idea. Just focus on other infantry. Focus on the dragoons. Sharpshooters engaging at range. Also, the sharpshooters may be overkilling a little bit. The French player looks like he's having trouble there. 20 military units versus 32. So there's a good number of sharpshooters. Got another wave of dragoons here. So he's trying to build another round of skirmishers. He needs a second barracks, as well as more falconets. He has actually quite a bit of wood right now, but he can't invest in anything. Overrun's actually getting some decent splash hits there onto the sharpshooters. He's supposed to push way forward, trying to gun down everything. Another round of sharpshooters push way forward. A good pass to finish off the general. General down. And all the culverins being focused down. Also, what the French player should probably get on the wave is not dragoons, but hussars. He's finding consistently mostly sharpshooters. His skirmishers can take out the dragoons, or the carving cavalry, and then his hussar can charge forward and hit over on the sharpshooters. He's trying to push way forward, so torching down this infrastructure. Granted, none of this stuff is very good for structures, but he is finding his reinforcements of stuff. Now the Spanish or the US player should eye for some Spanish pikemen help with torches. Dragons do 29 damage at 12 range. These guys do 24 damage at 14 range, 225 health versus 270, so Dragoons are higher health. And these guys do actually have slightly higher attack speed as well. Yes. But poorly. Either way, that is the end of the replay. Looks like the French player does back out the game. This is Anne Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.